Hi everyone, Kirk here, Kirk's Motorrad Shop, Crystal Lake, Illinois. I wanted to bring you a little synopsis of the bike that I just worked on. This was the K16 that I did the valves on, where I did both a valve check, I showed you how to do that, as well as a valve adjustment. And I learned a lot on this bike, and I'm glad it was brought in here. It wound up needing 6 valves that were wildly out of spec. 2 of them were mostly in spec, they were pretty close, but the other 4 were so far out of spec that it was just clattering and making a lot of noise in it. It's a lot better now. I did just take it out for like about a 10-mile test ride, and it runs just amazing and no issues whatsoever. But I wanted to let you guys know what I think happened, and this I could be wrong about this because I don't know the full history of this bike, but I think this is really most likely what happened. Is, you know, it may have came from the factory a little bit on the loose side, and then, you know, maybe a dealer didn't catch it at the 600 mile. And of course they don't check valves on the 600 mile. Really, that service is more of just oil changes, make sure everything's tight, and you know, you're good to go. And then maybe at the 18,000 mile service, I don't know if that was ever done. I got a feeling it wasn't, and if it was claimed to have been done, it may not have been done, because that would have been caught. I think that loose valves would have definitely been caught at that time, and it would have prevented this issue from happening. And over time, the bike, you know, gained miles. Heat and cold cycles happened, and the next thing you know, it's the clatter's really loud. And you know, this is one of the valve buckets that came out of it. Hopefully it'll focus in. It's not really focusing in. There we go. You can see down in the bottom there, it's really kind of dished out. The little part where the valve actually contacts is very dished out, and it created this situation that, you know, the valves were just 2 and 3 times outside of spec. So guys, I know that I have a lot of influence on you guys, your K1600 owners, your K1200 owners. I know I do, and I want to encourage you guys to go ahead and get your valves checked. I know that there's this common thinking out there that the valves, they don't ever really need to be checked. You know, if you don't hear anything or anything's going on, I think really you should have your valves checked, or send them to me. I'll check your valves for you, or even do it yourself. That's what these do-it-yourself videos are for. I think what you're going to find is that it will keep you out of trouble. You'll get ahead of any potential problem. Part of the reason on these bikes that I say to change your final drive lubricant every oil change is just so that you stay ahead of a potential problem. The last thing you want to be is parked at the side of a highway with a major issue. And all of those little preventative things that you can do is going to just help you do just that. So just wanted to tell you a little bit about that. And this guy's about to leave with his bike, and hopefully it's going to be running great. Because so many valves were out, I'm having him bring it back a little bit early, and who knows, maybe I'll bring that video to you, you know, in 10,000 miles or something, whenever he brings it in for a valve check, and God willing, there'll be nothing else to adjust. So thanks so much for watching, guys. Take care.